But here is the part that is just as mind-blowing. Jesus didn't just pretend to be human. He didn't wear a human suit over his divinity. He became a real, breathing, sweating, hurting human being. He got tired and needed to sleep. He got hungry and needed to eat. He felt the sting of betrayal. He felt the agony of physical pain. Why does his humanity matter? Because to save humanity, he had to represent humanity. He had to live the perfect life that we failed to live. He had to experience our temptations without giving in. Because he is human, he can truly be our brother who understands exactly what you are going through today. He isn't a distant God watching from a balcony. He's a God who knows the weight of your tears. Theologians call this the hypostatic union. It's a big phrase that means Jesus is one person with two distinct natures. Think of it this way. As man, he was asleep in the back of the boat. He was tired. As God, he stood up and commanded the wind and waves to stop. He is sovereign. He didn't lose his godness when he became man. He just added humanity to his divinity. He gave up his rights as God, but not his nature as God. Imagine a king who leaves his throne, takes off his crown, and puts on the clothes of a servant to go into the streets and help the poor. He is still the king, but he has humbled himself to reach those who couldn't reach him. Why did Jesus have to be both? A bridge has to touch both sides of the river to be useful. If Jesus was only God, he couldn't relate to us. If he was only man, he couldn't save us. But as the God-man, he reaches out one hand and takes hold of the Father, and reaches out the other hand and takes hold of us. He is the only one who can bring the two together. The action step for this week: when you pray this week, remember that you are talking to someone who is the King of the universe, but also someone who knows what it's like to be tired, lonely, and stressed. Talk to him as both your God and your friend. In our next lesson, we're going to look at the atonement. We know who he is. Now we're going to look at what he did on that cross.